Hey guys, JassassinE here and welcome to the channel, and welcome to episode 5 of my Diamond City project. The first thing we're going to do guys is have a very quick look of where we got up to on the last episode, and then we're going to get stuck straight into the kitchen. So guys, I'd just like to say thank you very much to all my new subscribers, and of course my old subscribers, and everybody in between. I had a lot of fun with this spa guys, this was really cool. So if you guys haven't seen this clutter decoration video, go and check out episode 4. It turned out really well also. So guys, up goes a couple of trims, and of course that comes from Snappy House Kits, and it comes from the internal build kit. So to create a total different look with this kitchen, we are going to place inside some bookcases that I got from the renovated furniture mod. Now we're going to make this look like a small enclosed door on the end rather than a glass fridge. I was pretty happy with the way this came up. It's quite a simple idea, but yet I think it looks very effective. So what I'm doing guys is I'm just popping it out just slightly, just so we can still see the door handles, and it actually gives the appearance that there's a full door in place. So guys, kitchens are my forte. I am a cabinet maker by trade, so of course doing a bit of kitchen work really does excite me. I do enjoy it a lot. So 2 more bookcases to place, and we have ourselves a dazzling looking solid timber kitchen. Now guys, the same thing can be done using law friendly bookcases, and I've actually gone to the trouble of building this twice, one pre-war and one post-war, and I'll give you guys a look at the post-war version a little bit later on in this build. But first thing first guys, we are going to just shorten the wall cupboards, and of course use the other wall cupboard to fill in the void at the back so it all looks solid. This is how the mod came when we first started here, and of course now we're really getting on through the episodes, it's really starting to come alive. Now if I was using a law friendly kitchen or law friendly bookcases, I would probably use that corrugated iron as the splashback. So I've decided to use some timber wall skins, as it's going to make it look very cozy in here once we add the warm lights and of course decorate. Now these were a little bit of dickery to place, but after a little while guys, I had some luck. Today's weekly shout out is going to a friend of mine, Mel Renouf. Now he has done a very good vault build, so if you guys want to go and check out his channel, I highly recommend it, because you will see one of the highest detailed vaults that you're probably going to see in Fallout. It actually makes Vault-Tec look very poor with their details. So guys, we are nearly there with the skins, a couple more skins to place, and then we will be moving on to the splashback. So there we go guys, that plugin certainly looks a lot better now that we're reskinning it. I did say we were going to reskin all the walls as we done each room, and this room is no different. Now that little bit of piping won't be seen, because I will be putting books along that particular shelf. So as you can see guys, this is when we first started the kitchen, and now we've put some timber wall skins up. It's starting to look very warm and cozy. So as you can see, I've bumped the lights up to give it the downlight effect, and now I'm just adding a little bit of extra light just so it adds the right amount of light into the kitchen, and later on when we put up some ambient lighting we can get the perfect balance. As we all know, if we balance ambient lighting and natural powered lighting, we can really cut down on the FPS, which in my case allows me to place much more decor. So I've decided to go for a marble finish splashback, as I think that would be really suitable in here, and then of course pop it out. That way our wall shelves and any other wall fixture mounts to the wall properly. So another couple of half walls just to finish off our splashback, and of course that's going to save the wood getting wet and of course mouldy. So you'll find most kitchens of today have got a splashback, and that is why. It's to help seal it off because it is classed as a wet area. And that's it for the splashbacking guys, we are done. So now it's time to move on to the next stage of the kitchen. So guys, up goes a range hood. Now I've just used a bare metal stove and I've spun it around backwards, and of course I'm placing it above the stove. Then I'm just getting the base of the kitchen that comes with modular kitchens, and we're going to pretend that that is the exhaust, and of course it is a slide in and slide out range hood, and I think that looks fantastic. I'll more than likely put a few dials or buttons from the Curo tab just to make the range hood look even more immersive. So as you can see guys, this is without any skins and splashback, and of course once the skins and splashback go in, it really offsets the bookcases, and it really makes the kitchen look quite customized. So I think a Nuka-Cola mixing machine is imminent for the build, and it's going to be adding the same color but a slightly different texture. So the more textures we can add to our build, the better it will look once we add decor. And of course up goes a neon sign, and that just puts a bit of brightness into the kitchen, which of course adds more texture. When we sit down and have our breakfast or dinner, it's pretty cool to listen to the radio. That's exactly what this kitchen is going to have, and of course I'm just going to centralize it underneath the window. Up goes a few railings, and this is just going to section the kitchen up quite nicely and make it look quite warm and compact. This particular writing comes from the Curo tab. I decided to put a sign up saying Jazz Cafe. We've got to have a little bit of humour in our build guys, and some custom work is always welcome. So in goes a diner booth, as it's a nice compact table and chair set, and I think it looks fantastic in this kitchen. But I'm really surprised how good this kitchen's coming out guys, because pushing the bookcases into an existing kitchen is one way to dress it up or dress it down, as you will see very shortly. So we're going to choose some pictures with the same textures that we've already used, and that way it really starts adding warmth and detail to the room. So bump it out a bit and make sure it sits nice and flush. And you'll notice I'm putting up some coffee signs guys, because I absolutely love my coffee. So of course not only that, these beautiful chocolate coloured frames and prints really offset the timber from the splashback, from the wall skins that we have placed already. Up goes some warm lights which really start to finish off this build, and as you can see the kitchen is coming along very well and the detail is going to look fantastic. I will be dressing this down with detail, and I like to call it Fallout Nostalgic Lore. That's what I go for when I decorate, guys, so this will actually become quite lore friendly once I add some nostalgic lore via decorations. So as you can see, here's the standard brick that we started. And now look guys, this is the lore friendly version. So I've done the same thing with the bookcases, except of course I've used lore friendly bookcases. And I will have a bit of a walkthrough in a second, because I've changed everything over to post-war to really dress it down even further. And this will dress down quite nice by using the right decorations. By the time we add some solid timber items to the bench top, a few newspapers, books and other bits and pieces to break up the length of the bench top, it's just going to remove that clean look and the shine, and it will be quite lore friendly. So in here is some really cool handiwork. In here is going to be an ice room, or a chiller box as I call it. So using the skins from the high-tech kit, once again from Snappy House Kits, I've decided to pick ones that were a little bit rusty, because at the end of the day, inside a cold room, it will have water in here and moisture, and it would be very immersive that there is rust on the walls. So there is a reason why I have picked a circle for the back wall. Now you're going to notice a cavity, and I've got something to push into that cavity guys, which is really going to make this look like a real cold room. Now doing a little bit of brainstorming, I came up with a great idea. And from the capsule section we are going to glitch this right through the back wall, and that fan is going to sit right in the middle of that hole. And look at that guys, that looks fantastic. It makes it look like cold air is getting pushed in the cold room. So when I actually put decorations in here, and I'm going to make a meat section at the back, which of course is chilled by the fan we just saw. And then we're going to be having other groceries on shelves, but you guys will get to see that idea when I start decorating the kitchen. Up goes a cage light. Now I'm going to be using a light that emits shadows, and it's going to put a really cool shadow effect inside this room. So I'm really happy with the way the cold room looks. And once I add shelving and of course a closed off piece at the back for the meat, it's really going to look believable and very immersive. So guys, a quick look around at our handiwork from today's build, and I think this kitchen looks absolutely fantastic. It looks nothing like the kitchen that was here before. I think it's important to customize your builds and try and put your own touches to them, because that's what creates interest to your build. So in we go here guys to the freezer room. Imagine that with another set of doors, which behind that will be hanging meat. And then of course we're going to have some shelves on the side for the standard food. So the meat will have its own cooler section, and then the rest of the food will be just cupboard temperature. I thought this was a great touch, guys, putting some shutters up there. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's build. I've had a lot of fun with this kitchen. Anyway guys, take it easy, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next build. So bye for now.